Greetings to you. This is Bishop Dr. Ethan Ogletree. We're steady working. We're about to close out the year. This is the last two podcasts we'll do for this year, and we'll crank it up by the flow and favor of God for January 2024. Today, though, I want to cover the impossible will flow. God gave me three observations. I want to bless you because I'm in a season of impossible. I believe you're in a season of impossible. The church as a whole and people of faith are facing a faith test of impossible. Consider while facing the impossible three things. Look at this. The battle is over you being fertile. If you're fertile, then the enemy doesn't want you to produce. The battle is over you being fruitful. If you're fertile, fruit comes from that. And you need to know we're in a season that you and I ought to produce. Jesus even says that you ought to bear much fruit. John chapter 15. And then the final thing is the battle is over your future. We're in the last quarter of the year. I know it seems impossible, but there is a good flow. John tells us in chapter 7, verse 38, out of your bellies it would run like living water. Our times are difficult. Yes, they are. It's a challenge. The current reality we're facing, these hardships, these pains, they are truth. Come on, tell the truth. They hurt, man. It's troublesome. The pressure, our backs against the wall. But life says it's inevitable. They're going to happen. That's why we need to hold on to this year's scripture before the year's over. Out of your bellies, it will flow. If you believe the scriptures, rivers of water will flow within them. I'm speaking. Come on, somebody help me. Impossible. Get this podcast to somebody that God is about to do the impossible. I believe that. I believe the Spirit of God flows. It's flowing now. If you're facing an impossible situation, I know I am. I know you are. I'm talking to you. You're the right person for this script. Repeat this after me. Somebody help me. The Spirit of God will flow. It will. The story of Mary becoming the mother of Jesus. Luke 1:37, the English Standard Version. It says, for nothing would be impossible with God. Nothing is impossible. God specializes in the impossible with people who cry out to him. Here we go at the last quarter. God promised you something at the beginning of the year. You've been holding to it. By faith, anything is possible because nothing is impossible with God. We have to be like Mary. We have to believe, so let it be. Let me give you these things. This drop this in your spirit. A.W. Tozer said, God is looking for those with whom he can do the impossible. What a pity that we plan only the things that we can do by ourselves. I believe there is a good flow coming your way this season. It's not over. I understand true money is tight. Trust me, I understand. I understand the war is going on overseas. Who would have ever thought two wars on two different countries that affect the United States, whether they are for good or bad? We don't want anyone innocent to pass away. I understand the pandemic has caught up with us, caught us off guard, keeping us in a panic mode. I understand the disasters, the earthquakes, the forest fires, the prices, the shortages. I understand the state of our country. I understand the state of our job. To be honest, it's painful. This is a process, hey, we all go through. And a major part of our human life is for real. The question of these challenges will be, how do you and I respond? And here's some suggestions I want to give to you, because I'm believing the impossible. I'm believing nothing is too hard for God. I believe there still is time for a good flow. We're going to trust him and wait on him. We had such a great experience today in worship. So I'm trusting him as I put it in his hand. Here are some things, write them down. Number one, continue to work on your character to see the miracle. I'm self-evaluating. I'm steady developing. I'm consistent in my devotion because I'm devoted to him. But I'm determined to make it. I'm determined. Even in my weak moments, even in my trying times, weary, I'm determined. Write it down. Number two, continue to be productive in the area you are in. Do what you are gifted to do. Don't copy what looks easy. Do what you're intended to do. One of the things I've been working on is I still stretch in the morning. I still do my devotion in the morning. I still work out. I keep my diet. I keep my study, my flow, because I believe God honors consistency. I believe he honors that because it shows, watch this, number three, we'll continue to be resilient. I'm reading a book now, man, it's powerful, that we have to be resilient because times have even stopped some people from praying. Therefore, you got to have the right people around you who would not drain you, who would not distract you or distort your vision, because God's providential plan is going to work in your life. Have faith, watch this, to bounce back, because the impossible is about to happen. Write this down. We got to go. Number four, continue to have a big dream. I'm not going to reduce mine. I need some help. I need somebody else to say, don't reduce it. However, you must be able to adapt, pivot. We still want to be aggressive in our devotions and in our prayers, apply pressure on the scripture. But at the same time, what are you doing to make yourself available to help others? I'm not going to abandon my vision, my dream. It's hurtful to see people try to cut you or to see people jealous of you. They don't know what you've gone through just to obtain what you have, but keep moving forward. Number five, continue with faith that only God can do what he can do. You've done all of what you can do, but God knows how to make things work greater than you and I. Here's a quote by Dan Farrelly. He says, "Nothing is impossible with God. Therefore, no person or situation is beyond his ability to bring complete restoration." The Lord can bring it to you. It's a good flow in this season. God bless you. Nothing is impossible.